Hello, Ran here, aka Mac, and welcome. So continuing on with our CitizenCon coverage, the next panel I wanted to cover was the physics panel, which looked into the future of cloth and collisions and sort of wind environments affecting cloth and so forth. Kind of bringing life to the scenes and environments using physics. The stuff we see in this panel was kind of early on, very much work in progress, about 1 to 2 months old. Starting with environments, they want to simulate things physically at runtime. Hurston has wind and atmosphere, and they need this to help sort of sell the environment. So they have wind on planets, and this wind is tweakable to not only each planet, but each individual ecosystem on the planets itself, and the explosions that happen throughout the game as, you blow things up. We saw the savanna biome a little bit with its wind pushing the trees and the foliage. They have this planet wind which works on a spherical level, so it's not just a 2D flat plane, it is working on a whole sphere which is a planet. And they now have an area wind entity. So this physically simulates the air and moves in a user-defined direction and speed. So by users they mean designers. So designers have told that wind to go in a certain direction. Both the planet winds and the wind areas need to work within the weather system. They can attach these localized wind areas to things like thrusters, for example, which means that if you stood behind a ship as it was firing its thrusters, it would blast you back, which is a real nice touch. Now they quickly showed us the difference between the old cloth tech and the new cloth tech. Using a wind area, you can see how the cloth on the right reacts more realistically to the wind than that of the left. We also saw some more features with the cloth tech using an M50. This is really efficient in terms of performance. It reacts to friction, and as you see here, he turns the ship on and the thrust pushes the cloth back, which covers the deck crew, which I know Sean Tracy mentioned about the heads poking through. It's not finished, it's still work in progress. But they did say that we'll see a lot of this on the environments, which will help sell the environments and the atmosphere. For characters, the cloth works exactly the same as the environmental cloth. It will react to wind, characters' limbs moving and knocking it. You can see the vertex cloth, which reacts much better to the movement than the previously used pendulum simulator. We also saw a work in progress of a cape and a Hurston security guard with his draping cloth uniform, and it all looks really, really good with very little clipping, which they are going through and just removing any other clippings that they see. Now for the future, they want deformable, so it reacting to an explosive force. They want to do more performance improvements. Tessellation as well, which is more density on the assets. Signed distance fields, which optimizes the collisions. This also affects shields for ships, making them conform more to the actual shape of the ship. They also want to bring in tearing, so being able to tear cloth and hopefully allow for even bullet holes to penetrate through the cloth. And finally, they want soft body to soft body collisions, so soft things like pillows, duvets, and other bodily features that are soft and react accordingly. Now, although it is still early days for this, it is looking super incredible. It is a little minor thing, but really it adds such a great amount of depth. Adding something of this quality will really add to the environments, giving them much more of a realistic feel. Also, if you can imagine during storms or during an explosion, having the cloth react in strong winds and forces will just really add to the chaos of what's going on and make you feel like you're actually there. Obviously, one big win for this tech is for the character customizer. Being able to wear items like capes and long flowing cloth jackets will give us more option, and if they get to the point where they can allow cloth to tear and take bullet holes, it is going to look super, super cool. Often we see in a lot of games clipping with capes and whatnot, so it's nice to have it done properly. Anyway, do let me know your thoughts on this. Again, it's something small, nothing really over the top, but to me, it's the little details that really sell this game. The big details will obviously be in anyway, so honing in on the small things is very important. As I say, let me know what you think about it all. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Follow me over on twitch.tv/supermacbrothers as we stream playing Star Citizen and getting you guys involved as well. Also, a big shout out to my Patreons. Thank you so much. If you want to support my channel even further, do follow the link to my Patreon page below. It is much appreciated. Hit that thumbs up, and I shall see you next time.